negro. Ahí yo creo que también tengo un juego de Naruto en descargado en PlayStation 4. Pero el primero. Sí. Sí, el primero.
Gents, drink? Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson? Yes, it is. I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
Vaya.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
We don't have time for you to be making guesses. What time was it exactly?
Hey, give me a break. I don't remember it to the second.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Why are you lying, Benny? Why won't you help us out?
You're crazy, pal. You can prove I know who she left with? There's no upside in talking to cops. They always treat you like a criminal.
You want us to catch the guy, sir. We need information, not cute answers and delaying tactic.
I do my best, goddammit. What do you want from a guy?
Any of your regulars know the broad?
Ask him yourself.
LAPD, keep your seats, boys. This won't take a second.
No, esperen, ahí no se
Can't let the
escapa.
son of a bitch get away. Go, Phelps, get after it. Come on, gotta ride.
Mira los semáforos primero, ¿quieres? Yo necesitaba un auto. Necesitaba un auto.
No time to wait, Rusty.
Vamos, no. No, se me va.
It's all right. If he's the killer and he gets away, he could be our only lead to Terrellson's murderer.
Vamos a echar yo. Orillate la.
Shit! Where are you heading?
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Name.
Richard Bates. What is it you want?
I'll ask the questions. Firstly, why...
I don't mix with cops if I can help it.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Ahí estamos. Este jugador ya ha sido registrado, ¿no sale?
That's that cop.
Lo puse y me dice este jugador ya ha sido registrado.
See him? I saw his picture. He worked that case when the lady cut up on it.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Any messages for me?
Just a second. You have one new message from Lieutenant Fleischer. Bartender Benny Clough reports
Pero no sé por cuál server está, cuál server es. ¿Por qué?
Can you have an APB put out on that vehicle? We'll need all sightings relayed to car 11K.
Sure, Detective. All radio dispatched now.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man.
Thanks for your help.
No, me sale que este juego ha sido registrado, weón. No me dejo. Juárez. Ya.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591.
Ese está nuevo.
Vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Vamos,
Laws on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right. You see a taxi anywhere?
Pues no, ¿para qué querer?
Cole, come on!
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
Where's that cab got to now?
Cole!
3591, that's him there, Phelps. Hit the siren.
Ese es de taxi.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Baron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It's a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor. He was all over it. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
Ya es un policía manejando un taxi. Sospechoso.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer detail. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
Nada, por el momento.
No, tienes que poner una sola contraseña, login y la contraseña.
Ahí está. Hasta que volver te muevo.
La contraseña es entre paréntesis.
No, Rosa, la contraseña, mira, / login, espacio, tu contraseña normal. Una sola vez poner la contraseña.
Pues esto, esa música no es la mía, sino es el juego, tiene esa música, es el juego. Porque esto que se escucha es del juego.
Hello there.
Ese ya.
Lobby me parece.
Pero esperemos la Rosita.
11:25, code 6. O sea, ustedes están en un lobby, ¿no?
Yo creo que estamos todos, güey. Estamos en el lobby nosotros, con Rosa estamos esperando aquí.
Cuando yo me registré y terminé de registrarme con las dos contraseñas, me vio un lobby que se llama Lobby 2. Le volví a hundir login, login y mi contraseña y sigo en el mismo lobby.
Sálete del server, pues sálete y vuelve a entrar.
Aquí volvemos a empezar.
Y ahí
Entonces empecemos acá.
abrir login, la misma cuestión, pero para que tenés el server. No, Roger,
Please,
espera.
can I have some time to explain to my daughters?
¿Eres un rock 03?
¿Qué?
Te metiste modo survival, huevonao.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Eso quiero ver, pues.
Alguien desde buena lluvia.
Ya, mira. Ahí está esa cuestión. Hay algo que tiene que decir lobby. Con esa cosa que te visto ahí.
Ah, sí, estamos en el mismo Rocket.
Aló, Cheo, pero revisa tu inventario, pues bueno.
Rocket, estoy yendo.
I wonder why the picture was turned.
Estoy delante tuyo.
Sí, te veo, estoy diciendo a Cheo Rosa. Cheo, busca por las weas que tenía ahí, o búscanos, a lo mejor lo encontré. A ver, yo me voy a buscar a los últimos breaks, culiados que andan dejando la cagada nomás, weón. No sé, weón, yo no tengo idea, me preguntan a mí, weón, yo lo único que sé es que esto es Skyward o no sé, un lobby
Te
culiado
mando la
raro.
IP de servidor.
peor.
think this is anything.
Mira mi skin.
Ven, ponete el 4 que te fornico ahora mismo.
Nada. Nada.
Che, anda perdido, weón, no sé qué weón hizo, weón. ¿Cómo? Parece que entró a Survival, ¿cómo se llama la bolita? A Survival, ¿qué tiene que hacer para volver al lobby?
Si le aparece una cama, me parece que si le aparece una cama, ahí sí se sale. O sea, tienes que morir y te aparecerá una cama, no sé. O si no, salir del servidor y volvás atrás.
Y ahora. Sí, /login. El ángel dijo pon /lobby. No te entiendo.
¿Cómo apago eso?
These people!
Ahí viene el último culiao. ¿La huevona o? Huevona. Oh, Rosita, déjame. Quería. Rosita, déjalo brigarte por dentro. Vámonos por los culitos, sí, ven, sí. Ven. Rosita, ven. Ven, niño. Rosita, ven. Ya, bueno, se va a arrancar la yegua, chaval, voy a buscarla. Ven, para que esa persona que te voy a hacer pedazo a la cabeza.
Por fin fue la música.
Ah, y el oscurito, el oscurito. Ahí está. Una orgía. No. Ay, pero aquí tiene la mano. Oye, creador, ¿cuánto te falta? Creador empalmando la calle, weón. Terrible, weón.
Hey, he's in interview too.
Thanks.
What do you make of him? Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Estamos al medio de nosotros. ¿Y con qué te cuentas que no puedo? ¿Se te había bugueado? Mira, pone /love
Teniente.
Creo. Ay, no. Es esa. Rosa, ven, dame un besito. Ven. Besito. Derico. Pisa. Ven, Derico.
Ah, ya sale para allá, Rocket.
Sale. Deja a mi waifu.
Ah, yo que me estabas diciendo a mí.
Amor mío, venga, ya llegó el auto. Ponte 4 shows para que lo pasemos tuyo. Hoy me voy a divertir. Oye, Rosito, todo esto, vamos a probar esto, vamos a hacer una pelea más de Skyward y después te voy a hacer la miniatura.
That's the guy from the paper.
Yes.
How bad is it?
Pero te hago la miniatura con tu skin
Fake
de Goku.
sincerity? You got it made.
Sí, o no, ¿quién me puedo poner? A ver, quiero cambiar la skin, ¿cómo la
La de
cambié?
Ricardo, la de Ricardo.
Te cambiaba este launcher, ¿cierto?
Sí, desde la página.
¿Cuáles se capturan aquí? Presionaron la brújula, presionaron el hueso, la esmeralda.
I'm praying that those prints come through so I can nail that son of a...
Hay dos formas de cambiar la skin. Oye,
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
You think the Vice boys get in here?
One of these days.
¿Te paso la skin?
A ver, pásame el skin de alguna de un caballero zodiaco, a ver.
¿De cuál quieres?
De caballero zodiaco de. Está la de Barón de Tauro.
Deja miro.
Vale, mamita.
El huevo que me está saludando y yo no lo conozco. ¿Cómo se cambia? Chloe. Ah, ese es.
¿Ah?
Estoy con el ángel.
Sí, pues si está el ángel, estamos todos en el server, pues.
¿Dónde es?
¿Cómo estás?
¿Quién hay encontrado Rosita? ¿Cómo mueve la cabeza?
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here. It would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. Got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. We went past her place. She jumped off, and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
That's not how I'd put it.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Gran between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Y ya está.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a
Bien,
depot
ahora
at
¿dónde está nuestro auto?
66 Beverly Boulevard.
Bien, acá vamos ahora. Bien, lugares. A ver. Terminate autobuses.
3 suspects in the
Bien,
cab,
aquí
one on
vamos
the
a ir a
hook.
la...
And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL, Dakar 11K, 11K,
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at
Bien,
midnight.
no ya resolvemos.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
Ahora vamos a prisa.
KGPL, could we have Lars Harrelson picked up?
Lo que ponen ahí.
Any central unit, car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope, the Methodist Church, and transport to identify.
Vamos, tenemos que ir lo más pronto posible. Mientras más luego lleguemos, ya pronto llegamos. Ya estamos llegando muy pronto. Luego ya llegamos. Aquí ya llegamos acá. Aquí vamos a ser chofer de micro. Bien, ¿cómo vamos a manejar esto? Bien, aquí en la estación de buses. Bien, así eran. Allá con eso bien. Parece que tenían su propio combustible. Personalizado de...
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
Bien, aquí está. Ah, parece que es un estacionamiento.
We need to run the loop.
Parece que van a la rotonda.
No, we're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
Ya sabemos. Bien, ¿cómo vamos a manejar esto? Estamos en la intersección. Lo veamos. Tenemos que recorrer la línea roja todo el momento. Encuentro algo por si acaso. Vamos al sello.
Out of the car, police.
Be careful with it, copper.
Al momento no encuentro nada de esta vez. Aún no encuentro todavía nada. Estoy siguiendo la niña roja.
You idiot!
Great job!
Careful. Just a scratch. Christ alive!
Sin ver nada todavía. ¿Dónde está exactamente?
Damn!
Yo te doy una vuelta en la línea roja.
No harm done.
Esperen, acabo de encontrar algo. Ah, pero no es ese. Esperen, hay algo no cuadra.
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers and left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops. Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Ay, la mente como cuando aquí es. Que parece que vamos a embalar. Pues no me agrada cómo va esto.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds will get us far. Lead you to stable to set. You need to hold out for the cavalry. How do we do that, right?
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it!
Alto. Bueno, si no era culpable, entonces ¿quién hacía acá?
LAPD. We'd like a word with you. Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
Need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold out. Cavalry.
How do we do that? Like this?
Fuck that down, Phelps.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it!
Your disciples know what you did last night?
You're doing them a favor, partner.
Killing make you feel powerful. These men know they're harboring a murderer.
Staking your head.
What's your name?
Comrade Star.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war. Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon. Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them, that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors. But they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest?
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
¿Qué? ¿Una cuarta? La misma que el caso anterior. La misma.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Vale, Techman.
need the contact.
Aquí vamos.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder. Easy!
Ay, no pasamos.
Watch it, will you?
A ver, ya sabemos lo que es. Aquí, la comisaría.
We're going this way.
Ah, no. ¿A dónde? ¿Dónde no? Aquí por el... Right, nice.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrellson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
You have an alibi? Someone reliable. Someone who will be around on the day of the trial.
Fuck your trial. The capitalist system needs another victim from amongst the masses. So be it.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
El segundo caso que... Oye, el segundo que no... Las rejas deben estar.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Tienen que terminar el caso. Entre uno son dos. captura ya terminamos y ahora tras uno viene otro más. La siguiente captura es... Y bueno, ambientación del año 40.
You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this tortured song when I'm burning.
Y en el caso de la secretaria. Que parece como zombie. Oh no, oh no, oh no, otra bestia. Como otra bestia que quisiera.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that
Bueno, así serán, así son las bestias que quisiera.
Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Ok, mi Tesco, aquí mismo. Mira, aquí vamos, ya vamos terminando de atacar. Aunque vamos a resolver el próximo caso de secretaria. Con esto ya terminamos de acá. Ya está el próximo directo, terminamos de acá. Compartan acá y directo. Entonces,